Most financial progress does not begin with a new investment. It begins when you stop leaking momentum. In the previous episode, we talked about emotional control. Today we move to something quieter and more decisive: structure. People think discipline is willpower. It is not. Discipline is what remains when willpower is no longer required. I have watched this for decades. The investors who last are not more motivated. They are less exposed. They arrange their lives so fewer decisions are needed. They reduce friction. They narrow choices. They remove temptation before it becomes a problem. This episode is about building a financial system that works even when you are tired, distracted, or uncertain. Let us start with the most underestimated move in personal finance: paying yourself first. This is not a slogan, it is a mechanical decision. If savings happen after expenses, they rarely happen at all. Because expenses expand. They always do. When income arrives, it feels temporary. When money sits in an account, it feels available. The mind treats available money as spendable money. So the system must intervene before the mind does. Savings must leave first, before rent, before groceries, before convenience. This does not require large numbers, it requires consistency. 10% saved automatically beats 20% saved emotionally, every time. Automation is not laziness, it is respect for reality. Markets are volatile. Life is unpredictable. Your behavior must be stable. That stability does not come from resolve, it comes from design. Now let us talk about visibility. Most financial stress comes from not knowing where money goes, not from earning too little. When spending is invisible, anxiety grows. When spending is visible, control returns. This is why an inventory matters. Once per year, once per quarter, or once per month if you need speed. Write everything down, every account, every balance, every obligation. Not to judge, to observe. Observation precedes improvement. Many people avoid this step because it feels confronting, but avoidance is already costing them. Clarity is cheaper than confusion. Now let us address habits. Not dramatic ones, small, repeated ones. Take coffee. 5 days a week, $4 a cup, $20 per week. That does not sound dangerous, because the mind thinks in weeks, but the market thinks in decades. $20 per week becomes $1,000 per year, invested, not spent. At modest returns, over 10 years, this becomes far more than coffee. It becomes options. Options reduce stress. Options create patience. This is not about deprivation, it is about direction. The same analysis applies everywhere. Subscriptions, convenience fees, impulse upgrades. None of them ruin you. Together, they delay you. Wealth is not built by avoiding one big mistake. It is built by removing 1,000 small ones. Next, let us talk about time. Time is the only asset that cannot be replaced. Money can recover. Time does not. This is why simplicity matters. Complex portfolios feel sophisticated. They are often fragile. Simplicity compounds. Complexity requires maintenance. A small number of diversified, low-cost investments, held for long periods, funded automatically. This is not exciting. That is the point. Excitement is expensive. Let us connect this to behavior during downturns. When markets fall, systems outperform emotions. If contributions continue automatically, fear has less influence. If expenses are covered conservatively, panic is unnecessary. This is how resilience is built, not by predicting crises, by preparing for them. Preparation is quieter than prediction, but far more effective. Now consider debt. Not all debt is equal, but all debt consumes attention. Interest is not just a financial cost, it is a psychological one. High-interest debt narrows thinking. It forces short-term decisions. Removing it widens options. This does not require perfection. It requires sequencing. Emergency buffer, high-interest debt, then growth. Sequence matters more than speed. Many people rush to invest while standing on unstable ground. The returns feel fragile because they are. Stability comes first. Finally, let us talk about patience. Patience is not waiting. It is continuing without needing feedback. This is why systems matter. They operate without reassurance. You do not need to check daily. You do not need constant updates. You need alignment. When goals, behavior, and systems align, progress becomes boring, and boring is reliable. Reliable wins. In the next episode, we will address risk, not market risk, life risk. Income interruption, health events, unexpected responsibility. These shape outcomes more than any index ever will. Until then, reduce decisions, increase structure, and let time do what it has always done best.